So that's, you said it's a life experience reading. Is that like you go to someone and they tell you what most likely would have been, or how does that work?
So what can happen is that, so there's a library that everyone is capable of accessing, but there are those who are better at it. It's called the Akashic Library, which has a record of every thought, every deed, and every life that you've ever had. So my therapist had said to me, oh, Sowande, you need to go learn yourself. And I thought, wow, you're saying that to me? He's like, well, I want you to go to this regression therapist. So a past life regression is when you literally fall back into that life. So she could either see the life and experience it, or she can guide you in a meditation, and then you fall back into that life. So I actually experienced a life in slavery, but it was land-based, but I've never forgotten it. So it's a part of my many lives that I've had before, and in different forms and different things, but it's powerful and it doesn't require anything but your consciousness. So yeah.
So you take the actions and thoughts you have today, and then with the assistance of someone else, you imagine yourself, or you project yourself back in time and you meditate on that?
Well, what will happen correct? Is that you're sort of guided to a higher realm within your consciousness where you know and remember every aspect of yourself and your soul. So then it's sort of like your higher self will decide what part of your life could you really benefit from learning right now. So like you'll be led down a hallway again in your mind. And then in the room, as I was told, there's a closet that would emerge and there will be an outfit, and whatever sort of outfit you touch, then that'll be the life that you'll fall back into. For me, it was one outfit hanging. And when I reached out to touch it, I was in it. And the next thing you know, I fell through the ceiling. It felt like I fell through the ceiling of a cabin. And there was this woman who was me. And I began to have in-body, out-of-body experience. And it was important for me to see that there was a crucial turning point in that life that has resonance in this life. And a lot of it was really for me to understand my abilities in a variety of senses. But I needed to see. And now I can't unknow.
So it's a ceremony in a way. Like
it is
a ceremony
for self. Sure. Yeah.
So what would you search if you wanted to do something like that? Is there a specific name if you wanted to look for someone to guide you through that experience? Well,
you would look up just the concept, or you're looking for a past life regression therapist.
Past life regression.
Yeah, past life regression. So there's past life readings, past life clearings, and past life regressions. So I live in a very active place where there are people that are tapped in on these sort of connections in that way. So that means I know 3 different people who do all of that. And I would imagine in New York, or, they're not everywhere, but there are those who can tap into that higher realm and help you to access that. And once it unlocks, it just really unlocks a whole universe to yourself in a whole other way. So it's a ceremony, but it also is an activation. And I mean, my life has changed from that.
Is it like an ayahuasca ceremony where you drink something or smoke something before it, or do you go into it just completely sober?
No, you go in completely sober. You just go and sit on, well, at least this woman who I'd go sit on her recliner, and she just was talking to me. I had my eyes closed, and then I was gone for 2 hours. And she was like, you have incredible abilities to be able to go, because most people go through her. But I'm like, if you could do it, I could do it. Like, if it's my soul and my life, I want to see it. So, but it's powerful. I cannot emphasize it enough. But I also really want to think about the power of meditation, because meditation is what helped me to have the courage to finish the book. And I left for a 10-day silent retreat, meditation retreat.
Oh, wow.
And I came out just activated on every level. It changed the game on this book.
A 10-day silent meditation.
10-day. Yeah. Can you imagine not talking, not producing content for 10 days?
Oh my God. I'd have to, I'd be doing podcasts in my head, trying to record my thoughts.
Well, I'll tell you this, whatever ideas you have, you feel like you have a lot, it could double, triple, quadruple just by only being with your thoughts and eating like, whole foods, like vegan food and sleep and meditating several hours a day. It'll change your life.
Yeah. So I started meditating about 3 years ago using Sam Harris's Waking Up app.
Okay.
And I started with 5 minutes or 8 minutes, whatever the course is. It gradually builds you up. And now I do 20 minutes in the morning. And then occasionally I'll do a 10, 20-minute one at night. And I've heard Sam Harris talk on his podcast about doing extended silent meditations. And I've had some people on the podcast who have, I don't know if it was 10 days, but it was at least a 3 to 5 day silent meditation. Yep. And it's something that I want to do. I don't necessarily feel called to it right now, but it's,
you'll know.
It's a monkey. Like I have so much shit going on in like everyone else does in their monkey mind, and meditation has helped me quiet that, especially with podcasts where I can say something and then not second guess myself. It's so stressful to produce content and edit at the same time. Like, well, a lot of writers will talk about that, how when you're writing something for the first time, you never want to edit it as you're going. You get it out and then you go back and you edit with a cold eye. So meditation has helped me take that approach into podcasting, where I'll do the research before and then let it flow during the actual podcast. So meditation has had a huge impact not only on your life, but being able to finish the book. You said it helped you.
Yeah, it's helped so much in my life. And then there's also the different versions. So I love meditation, and there were meditation types of things all over here in St. Louis. Like I used to go to crystal guided meditation, where you lay out on a yoga mat for an hour and you have crystals on you and they're playing different. They have aromatherapy and sound. And years later, I started leading meditations, but I was doing drum meditation. Then I also developed a drum dance. So it's meditation where you're celebrating your body. People come and dance for an hour to drumming and they loved it. But now I've moved to sound bowl meditation. So I'll do, I used to require my students to go to a monthly meditation that I would lead from on Zoom. And I put the stars on the sky, and then I would play my sound bowls for an hour, and also space drums, or at least that's what I like to call it. But meditation helps me to go within and to see so much more. I love it.